Ladies and gentlemen, this is Intervlog. I say this is Intervlog, your gateway to exploring inspiring stories, transformative initiatives, and cultural innovations shaping nations around the world. Today we take you to the heart of Ouagadougou, the bustling capital of Burkina Faso, where history was made on November 18, 2024. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Dr. Apollinaire Joachimson Kyélem de Tambèla, the country witnessed a groundbreaking step in the integration of tradition and modern governance. The official launch of endogenous court costumes for justice stakeholders, including magistrates and clerks. This remarkable initiative is not just about clothing. It is a profound symbol of national identity, cultural pride, and economic empowerment. Made entirely from the renowned Faso Dan Fani, a traditional Burkinabe fabric woven by the expert hands of local women, these court costumes reflect the resilience and creativity of Burkina Faso's people. The journey to this transformative moment began in April 2023, when a decree was adopted during the Council of Ministers session to promote the use of Faso Dan Fani and other traditional fabrics across various sectors. The initiative gained momentum in May 2023, when Prime Minister Kyélem de Tambèla, during his address on the nation's situation, announced the formation of a working group to make Faso Dan Fani financially accessible and integrate it into professional attire, particularly for justice agents. Fast forward to today, and this vision has become a reality. Justice stakeholders, following the trail blazed by teacher researchers and academics, now don robes that not only enhance their professional identity, but also echo the cultural heartbeat of Burkina Faso. The Minister of Justice, May Edaso Bayala, emphasized the deeper significance of this initiative in his speech at the ceremony, urging magistrates and clerks to wear their new robes with pride and to embody the values of integrity, patriotism, and social justice. The significance of these court costumes goes far beyond aesthetics. As Prime Minister Kyélem de Tambèla articulated, this marks the end of reliance on imported uniforms from Europe, which were exorbitantly priced and a drain on the nation's resources. The new robes, costing a fraction of the imported ones, showcase the potential of local production to meet high standards while preserving economic resources. But this move is not just practical. It is profoundly symbolic. It represents a cultural renaissance rooted in the vision of Burkina Faso's head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. In embracing Faso Dan Fani, the government honors the enduring legacy of the late President Thomas Sankara, who famously championed self-reliance with his mantra, "We must produce what we consume and consume what we produce." This initiative is a call to action for justice professionals, lawyers, notaries, bailiffs to join in promoting Burkina Faso's cultural identity. The new decree establishes that these costumes will be worn not only during court proceedings, but also in solemn moments such as funerals of magistrates or clerks and other official ceremonies. At Intervlog, we celebrate how this initiative embodies the intersection of tradition and innovation. It strengthens cultural identity, boosts the local economy by empowering weavers and artisans, and fosters pride in Burkinabe heritage. Moreover, it aligns with broader aspirations for a self-reliant and prosperous Burkina Faso. As we delve deeper into the stories of how nations embrace their traditions to forge a brighter future, Burkina Faso stands as a shining example. This small West African nation is making bold strides in redefining what it means to be truly independent, economically, culturally, and politically. So, stay tuned to Intervlog for more inspiring stories that connect us to the heartbeats of nations and the people driving change. The Prime Minister of Burkina Faso, Dr. Apollinaire Joachimson Kyélem de Tambèla, chaired on November 18, 2024 in Ouagadougou, the official ceremony for the launch of endogenous court costumes for justice actors, including magistrates and clerks. This costume, made entirely of Faso Dan Fani, was made by the expert hands of our brave women. During the Council of Ministers in its session of April 28, 2023, a decree was adopted to promote the wearing of Faso Dan Fani, Koko Dunda, and other traditional fabrics in Burkina Faso. In this sense, the Prime Minister, Dr. Apollinaire Joachimson Kyélem de Tambèla, in his speech on the situation of the nation, on May 30th, 2023, announced that a working group would propose an operational action plan engaging all stakeholders to make Faso Dan Fani financially accessible. Ultimately, the objective was to see if the robes, particularly those of justice agents, could be made in Faso Dan Fani for the benefit of our weavers and to the delight of the stakeholders concerned. Today, this initiative is becoming a reality for justice stakeholders, particularly magistrates and clerks, thus following the example of teacher researchers and researchers from higher education and research institutions, IESR. In a speech given by the Minister of Justice, Mi Edaso Bayala, on the occasion of the wearing of court robes by justice stakeholders, the head of government invited justice stakeholders to wear these new court costumes with pride and exaltation. Wearing the court robes of our land challenges us and goes beyond appearances. It calls on us to cultivate the social and moral values of our society, made of integrity and patriotism. Therefore, remain honest and patriotic women and men of justice, who participate in the construction of a free and prosperous country through credible, accessible justice that meets the aspirations of the Burkinabe people, in whose name it is rendered, he stressed. According to him, the wearing of court costumes in Faso Dan Fani marks the end of the era of costumes inherited from the colonial period and the beginning of a new era. This choice is part of the vision of the head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, to promote Burkinabe cultural identity, as well as in the spirit of the late President Isidore Noel Thomas Sankara, who advocated that we produce what we consume and that we consume what we produce. Dr. Apollinaire Joachimson Kyélem de Tambèla also highlighted the affordable cost of the new suit, much lower than the old ones, made in Europe and sold at very high prices. The new court uniform in Faso Dan Fani costs 5 times less than imported suits, which cost millions, thus draining foreign currency out of our country, he said. Furthermore, the Prime Minister invited other justice professionals, such as lawyers, notaries, and bailiffs, to follow suit. It should be recalled that the decree provides that the new court uniform will henceforth be worn during ordinary and solemn hearings, funeral ceremonies of a magistrate or a clerk, as well as during certain official ceremonies specifically listed. The speech of Burkina Faso President Captain Ibrahim Traoré on the Burkinabe cotton, Faso Dan Fani. Dear compatriots, distinguished guests, and esteemed members of the Burkinabe judiciary, good morning. Or as we like to say in our local language, Yam Wala. It is truly a joyous occasion to be here with all of you today. Now let me ask you, who among you has not heard about the beauty, the vibrancy, and the cultural treasure that is Faso Dan Fani? Whether you've worn it to celebrate milestones, gifted it to a loved one, or simply admired its intricate designs, Faso Dan Fani is not just a fabric. It's a story, our story. And today, we are celebrating how this humble cloth has woven itself into the very fabric of justice in Burkina Faso. Isn't that amazing? Let me share with you why this initiative, this transformation of court costumes into Faso Dan Fani, is one of the best things to happen to our country in recent years. And as I do so, I want you to see not just the practicality of this move, but the profound layers of meaning it carries. Together, we will explore its cultural, economic, and even moral dimensions. But I promise to keep this conversational. So, let's relax and enjoy this journey. Let's begin with what Faso Dan Fani represents. This fabric isn't just cloth. It's the heartbeat of Burkina Faso's cultural identity. Every thread tells a story of resilience, creativity, and community. It's made by the hands of our hardworking women whose weaving skills have been passed down through generations. When we decided that our magistrates and clerks would don court robes made of Faso Dan Fani, we were making a bold statement. We were saying, this is who we are. We are Burkinabe. We honor our heritage, and we carry it proudly wherever we go. This isn't just about appearances. It's about reclaiming our identity in spaces where it matters most. For too long, we've relied on imported garments for our judiciary, robes made in Europe, priced exorbitantly, and designed without the warmth of our culture. Today, that era is over. We're entering a new chapter, where every court proceeding, every solemn ceremony will now be draped in the vibrant hues of Burkina Faso. Now let's talk about the economic benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever stopped to think about how much foreign currency we have spent importing those European robes? Millions of CFA francs leaving our shores every year. Money that could have been reinvested into our economy. Well, not anymore. The decision to use Faso Dan Fani for court costumes is not just patriotic, it's economically strategic. By choosing our local fabric, we are creating demand for a product that is proudly made in Burkina Faso. This means more work for our weavers, many of whom are women. Imagine the ripple effects. Families supported, communities strengthened, and skills preserved for future generations. Let me share an inspiring statistic with you. These new court robes cost 5 times less than the imported ones. Yes, you heard that right. 5 times less. Not only are we promoting local craftsmanship, but we are also saving significant resources. This is a win-win situation if I've ever seen one. This initiative also carries the spirit of one of our greatest leaders, the late President Thomas Sankara. Sankara believed passionately in self-reliance. He said, "We must produce what we consume and consume what we produce." Today, by adopting Faso Dan Fani in our judiciary, we are living out that vision. This isn't just about fabric, it's about philosophy. It's about saying no to dependency and yes to self-sufficiency. It's about reclaiming our dignity as a nation that stands tall, proud, and resourceful. If Sankara were here today, I believe he would be smiling from ear to ear. Now let's reflect on the deeper moral implications. In his speech, our Prime Minister Dr. Apollinaire Joachimson Kyélem de Tambèla beautifully captured the essence of this initiative. He reminded us that wearing Faso Dan Fani robes is more than a fashion choice. It's a moral commitment. Think about it. When a magistrate dons a robe made from the soil of Burkina Faso, it is a call to embody the values of integrity, justice, and patriotism. It's a reminder that justice is not just about the law. It's about fairness, accessibility, and serving the people. And let's not forget the message this sends to our youth. By embracing our cultural heritage in such a visible way, we are teaching the next generation to take pride in who they are. We are showing them that tradition and progress are not opposites, they're partners. While today, we celebrate the judiciary's transformation, let me extend this invitation to other professions. Lawyers, notaries, bailiffs, why stop at the courthouse? Let's take Faso Dan Fani into every professional sphere. Imagine walking into a boardroom, a lecture hall, or even a hospital and seeing our traditional fabric represented. This is not just a judiciary initiative, it's a national movement. Let me share a personal story. Recently, I visited a rural community where Faso Dan Fani is woven. I watched as the weavers worked their magic, fingers dancing over threads, creating patterns so intricate they seemed alive. One elderly woman looked up at me and said, "Mr. President, when people wear Faso Dan Fani, they wear our dreams." That moment stayed with me. Because she's right. Every time we choose our local fabric, we are honoring the dreams of our people. The dream of a prosperous, independent Burkina Faso. So, where do we go from here? As your president, I am committed to supporting initiatives that empower our people and celebrate our heritage. But I can't do it alone. I need each of you, whether you're a judge, a teacher, a farmer, or a student, to take pride in our traditions and to champion them in your daily lives. Let's support our local industries. Let's teach our children the value of cultural heritage. And let's continue to build a Burkina Faso that is not just surviving, but thriving. My dear compatriots, today is more than a celebration of new court robes. It is a celebration of who we are as a nation. It's a testament to our resilience, our creativity, and our unwavering commitment to progress. So let us wear Faso Dan Fani, not just on our bodies, but in our hearts. Let it remind us of where we've come from and inspire us to dream boldly about where we're going. Together, we are weaving a brighter future for Burkina Faso, thread by thread, step by step. Thank you, and may our shared vision continue to guide us forward. Long live Faso Dan Fani, and long live Burkina Faso. If this story of cultural empowerment and economic transformation resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Together, let's celebrate the beauty of traditions and the power of innovation to shape our world. This is the end of our program today. See you on Intervlog same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you for watching Intervlog. Thank you.